For many viewers, Fox News is just not the same without Tucker Carlson. The Deadline reports that Fox News viewership is down 37% from May of last year. Tucker Carlson can live without Fox News, but can they live without him?
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. Unlike many other shows and channels on this platform, we are optimists, and we do our very best to give you the silver linings and to give you a little pep in your step. And the good news, and delivering good news, of course, today comes with a price. Tucker Carlson was fired for speaking truth, but now it looks like Tucker, as ever, is going to have the last maniacal, infectious laugh. Tucker Carlson has raised $15 million for his brand new media company, which is so awesome, ladies and gentlemen. In a seed round led by an anti-woke firm, let's read the article. Tucker Carlson is gearing up. Tucker Carlson and Neil Patel's new media company raised $15 million seed round led by a recent launch of 1789 Capital, which aims to specialize in conservative-leaning organizations. Carlson reportedly started courting wealthy conservative media investors to help get relatively undefined venture off the ground in June. The media company will be driven by subscriptions and will also provide free video content, Carlson and others. In the meantime, Carlson has been posting content, mostly interviews, to X. While his platform claims that Carlson gets more views on X than he ever would on cable news, the metrics to use are unreliable and do not accurately depict the number of viewers. No, it's not true. It depicts the number of people who viewed it. Just like Nielsen ratings don't accurately depict if you're just sitting there glued to the screen or if your TV's just on while you're cooking dinner in your kitchen. Omid Malik launched 1789 Capital earlier this year and aims to target a gap in the market he believes was left in the wake of wokeness, more traditional investment firms. The firm's investment in Carlson Media Ventures was registered in Nevada under the holding company Last Country Inc. The investor is structured as a safe, simple agreement future equity. Malik, no stranger to Carlson and Patel's Media Ventures, he also invested in the digital media company The Daily Caller, of which I used to work at as a writer. 1789 Capital is attempting to push the media venture forward by showing proof of concept for its online video-driven business model in order to foster further investment down the line, according to Wall Street Journal. Since Carlson exited Fox News, been repeatedly accused by the network of breaching his contract, is effective in 2025. So, good luck, Fox. Again, good luck. I will never forgive Fox. I say this many, many times. I will never forgive Fox. There are people I like at Fox, people I know who work at Fox News. And I use a lot of their reporting. Honestly, I use them as a news source. I will never forgive them for firing Tucker Carlson, never giving him a chance to say goodbye, for like abusing and using his audience, for being so disrespectful to the people who made Tucker Carlson and who invested in that show, like myself. That's why I think it's funny when Fox News gets trolled live on air.
We've got Tyrone on the phone with us now. Tyrone, when you say poker game, what exactly happened? What transpired?
Well, first we all get together every Tuesday night, and we watch Tucker Carlson's show on X. We used to watch him on Fox News. Obviously, he's not there no more. And still being the most credible guy in the media in America, we always get together to watch Tucker Carlson. And I think he's doing probably better now that he's not with Fox News, because the corporate media always controls what the teleprompter readers are able to say. And now that he doesn't have that hand.
Thank you, Tyrone. Maybe we can work to get Don back on the...
We get together every Tuesday night to watch Tucker Carlson show on X. He's probably doing better now. Oh, man. It's great. I mean, the real troll here is that Tucker Carlson did hundreds of millions of views with his interview with Donald Trump the same night of the Fox News debate, and the Fox News debate only drew 12 million viewers. That's a decline of 75% in the viewership from peak viewership in 2016. So if that's bad, that means hundreds of millions of dollars that Fox News is not making on advertisements. So this is the real disaster. Tucker Carlson here on X. Obviously, he's the most followed independent journalist in the world. Prove me wrong. 10.5 million followers. This is doubled since he left Fox News. So what does that show you? And so now we are seeing, of course, Tucker Carlson's show getting millions of views. Again, people are saying, it's not the same metric. It's not the same metric. Well, Really? Isn't it? I know how the Nielsen boxes work. I know how it works. Like, Nielsen boxes aren't also a great metric. Look at this. Nearly a billion views. Come on. That makes this maybe the most watched interview of all time. 422 million views for the man who's going to be elected president of Argentina. Javier Milei. It's awesome. Tucker Carlson went down to Argentina and interviewed him and did hundreds of millions of views. This is the number of times the post was seen. Well, okay. Isn't that what a Nielsen box rating? I mean, if you don't know how the television news, they get ratings, they set up these Nielsen boxes. It's so antiquated. It's so unbelievably corrupted. But they set up little Nielsen boxes inside of homes, and then they register how many people are watching what shows. But what does that do? Does that mean you're actually watching the show? Or like most Americans, is the TV just on in the other room? They don't even know who's watching. I would argue that this is a more accurate metric than Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson would pull 3 million viewers a night, and he was considered the king of cable at 3 million views a night. Well, you can go through all of his 3 million views, last time I checked, is less than 422 million views. Elon Musk saying, for those considering putting their work on X platform, consider that Tucker Carlson's show, when he was on X, had single-digit million viewers, strong by legacy news standards, but his new shows on X exceed the population of the United States. Talk to Earth via X. 1 billion views for Tucker Carlson's first 11 episodes. 1 billion views. 12 million views for Fox News. 250 million views on X for Tucker Carlson's debate program. For the debate night, for the Republican debate. Come on, baby. It's pretty amazing. Tucker Carlson was asked about his departure from Fox by Russell Brand and by Dave Portnoy, respectively, and got a very interesting answer. This will make you angry, and it makes me angry, because you should respect what Tucker built at Fox. There was one show that I would go home and watch, and I'm almost glad it's not on anymore, because it's past my bedtime. But Tucker Carlson's show, I would watch it every single night, and it was the one thing I would watch. And the ratings speak for themselves, right? It's just so disrespectful what Fox did to Tucker and his audience, so disrespectful to the audience. So that's what angers me the very most. Again, I got friends who work at Fox. I use clips from Fox all the time, but I call balls and strikes around here. Here's Tucker really leveling with the audience on Russell Brand's show and with Dave Portnoy back to back on what happened with the firing from Fox News. Watch.
It's like, how's it been in the 6 months or so since you left Fox? How have you been personally, and how does it compare to the time when you left MSNBC in terms of its emotional impact on you?
Well, I've been fired. It's not the first time I've been fired. And I think in our business, when you work for a big company in media and, you say what you think, there's an expectation that you could get fired. So I've always had that. And I've always tried to take the long view, not just on media, but on life. All graves go unvisited in the end. I always think that. And so I was surprised. I didn't, expect to get fired that morning at all in April. So I was shocked, but I wasn't really shocked. And I wasn't mad. It's not my company. And when you work for someone else, that person reserves the right, and in fact has inherently the right to decide whether you work there or not. And I don't know why I was fired. I really don't. I'm not angry about it. You can believe me or not, but I think you can feel that I'm not. And, I wish Fox well. There was, ugly leaking, I'm a racist or whatever they leaked, or someone there leaked to the New York Times, but that's not true. And I think the people who run the company know that's not true. I actually don't think they did it. And I'm not mad about it. And I've been happy. I guess the only thing that bothers me is I'm 54, and when you get a little bit older, and my wife and I, our children are grown, and we live in rural settings, as you do, because we believe in nature and God and dogs. You can lose your drive. I mean, it's just a little bit too nice, kind of. And I do feel like we, people who are healthy and aware and who can read, have an obligation to be engaged in the life of the community they live in, and the life of the country they live in, and the life of the world to the extent that they can. And so my only fear has been maybe being a little bit too happy. You know, I've spent a lot of time trout fishing, a lot of time, we have 4 dogs, a lot of time with my dogs and my wife, and a lot of kind of like late breakfast outside and stuff. And, you know, like that's not, I mean, that's great, but life has got to be more than that. So now I'm back to work and I'm grateful to be doing that.
Have you been surprised? It seems as if your microphone has gotten quite a bit larger.
Yes.
So have you been surprised by that?
No, I've been grateful for it. I mean, we, like, within hours of getting the boot, thankfully they fired my executive producer, Justin Wells, like within 4 minutes of firing me.
Yeah.
And he really didn't do anything wrong. He was the best producer in all of television, and everyone knew it. And Fox has a lot of nice people, a lot of very incompetent people, obviously running it. And he was one of the only competent people in the whole business, but they fired him too. And within, I don't know, an hour of that happening, Elon called him and said, you should come to Twitter. So I'll never stop being grateful for that. We don't work for Elon or anything, but we're using the site like everyone else uses it, which is as a platform that's not censored. And I'm super grateful for that. I do think the downside to social media is you can get involved in like people's responses too much.
Yes.
No, that's soul death. Yeah. It's so
do you just ignore it all?
Oh, I really try to.
Yeah.
Because underneath
Because they were talking about you just as much when you're on Fox.
Oh, I never looked at anything. I never read. I mean, I know who I am. For all of my many faults, I know who I am. And I don't need other people to tell me who I am.
Right.
And I don't, if my wife has views or my children have views or my college roommates, you know, have a view, I'll listen and pay attention. But someone I've never met, I don't give a shit what
Do you
think.
care about the numbers? Like with the Trump thing that you just did. Like Austin, my guy, he's like, it's 100 million, it's 200 million. It's like numbers that are beyond compare that you really couldn't see in Fox. Do you care at all about? Do you look like, holy shit?
I mean, we're starting out, so like you want to, you know, you want to show a force, and like we're still here, and like, right. You know, whatever. Paul Ryan didn't like me, but you can't make me shut up. So I think it does send a message that I think is good, not just for me, but for the country. But no, I'm not a numbers person at all, and like I never was on our Fox email ratings list ever, not one time. Ask anybody who worked with me, and I know how to read a ratings chart. I never looked at our ratings. I would say to my producer once a month, "How are we doing? Still number one, great." That was it. Like I don't look at that stuff because I don't want to be self-aware, because self-awareness leads to self-obsession, which leads to narcissism and misery. So just stay away from yourself. We think about ourselves enough, don't you think?
I'm a numbers guy.
No, but you run a business,
yeah,
so I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I couldn't run a business. If I ran a business, we'd be broke the first day.
It'd be tough to go broke with those numbers on Twitter.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I would manage
Yeah.
to blow it all, or just, I don't know. That's not my gift. I talk. I don't do business.